presentation from our dear friend Nuria Santamaria from Twitter. And Nuria has to catch a flight, so we're gonna make it snappy here.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Nuria Santamaria, and I lead multicultural strategy at Twitter. So that means I work with Fortune 500 advertisers that are looking to connect with multicultural consumers. So us, we're a big powerhouse, a big economic powerhouse, and advertisers are now really focused on connecting with us. So there's a whole business opportunity for them in trying to reach us. So before I begin, quick show of hands, who here uses Twitter? Good. And now, who feels that they don't get Twitter? So about the same. So I have 10 minutes, and in 10 minutes, I'm hoping to teach you about Twitter, what Twitter is, how people are using it, how businesses are using it, and how you can use it for your own business. And if you're on Twitter, you can follow me at NMS.
We started Twitter with a very simple idea. We started it because we wanted to see it. We loved it, and we kept building it because we wanted to see other people use it.
There's a series of moments. There's no one big moment. And each time I was like, oh, that's happening? Well, that means this other thing might happen, and then who knows what might happen next.
We just never thought it would go this way, and I honestly think that's part of the reason why we succeeded. It's such a simple tool, yet people have done so many amazing things with it.
We're unable. We may end up in losses.
Suspect in custody, but nobody inside the perimeter.
You're able to have these multi-directional conversations. You're not just broadcasting, you're there in the middle of it.
I am going to make history here as the first president to live tweet.
I'm using Twitter to send pictures and thoughts from space. And every day, I really enjoy reading your tweets.
There's an incredible leveling of the playing field that gives every voice the ability to echo around the world instantly. And that democratization of content creation and sharing facilitates these connections that we see every day around the world that we would have never seen before. The possibilities and the opportunities afforded by the platform are limitless.
And there are really billions of moments to connect on Twitter. We talked about connections and these moments. So let's think about the moments that are going to be most important for you to connect with your audience. And it is a huge audience, about 255 million monthly users on the platform. 400 million monthly uniques across the globe. And 76 of them are accessing Twitter through a mobile device. So they're not just in their home accessing Twitter on their computer. When they're on the go, they're tweeting and they're reading about businesses on Twitter as well. So we think of the platform as being three things: live, public, and conversational. So live, because when something happens out in the real world, it happens in real time on Twitter. And public, because with the exception of private profiles, every profile is public. So you can see what anyone's tweeting. You can see those conversations that are happening. So conversation is really important. You can connect with anyone. You can send a tweet to your favorite celebrity. That favorite celebrity can tweet you right back. There really are no boundaries of communication. So how do you plan, given that there's billions of moments to connect, how do you plan for the moments that are going to be important for you, for your business or for your organization? So it's really about planning for everyday moments. People are on the platform tweeting every day, talking about their experiences every day. So finding those right moments of connection is really important. So here's how you get started, but before we get too far, I just wanted to take a moment, take a pause to break down a tweet. So it's only 140 characters, but it's more complicated than that, right? So just very briefly, just Twitter 101 on what a tweet is. You'll see that the first number here, 1, is pointing to a hashtag. So hashtag is that number sign followed by a word or a phrase. So in this conference, we're using hashtag NCLR14 if you're tweeting about the conference. If you're tweeting about Adelante specific events, you can tweet hashtag Adelante Power. So those are conversations wrapped around a particular topic. So if you were to search on Twitter for that hashtag, you would see what everyone here at this conference is tweeting about, the thoughts, the comments, the photos, et cetera. So second is a mention. So when you see that @ symbol and then someone's name, that's their username or their handle. So when you include that in a tweet, it's usually calling attention to someone that you're looking to mention. A reply is very simple. You're looking to send a message back to someone. And a retweet is when you're looking to share a tweet that you saw from someone else and you want to share that with your followers. And a link is obviously very simple, but on Twitter, they're automatically shortened to minimize the characters because we only have 140 characters. And so here's what you can do with 140 characters for your business.
What can your business do in just 140 characters? Well, American Express let card members turn tweets into savings on everything from gadgets both big and small to exclusive tickets to their favorite destinations. Morton Steakhouse greeted a weary traveler with a prime cut and excited the taste buds of jet-setters everywhere. And Burberry went backstage with the first ever tweet walk to show the world what they'll be wearing next. With just 140 characters, Twitter has become the largest real-time conversation ever created. A global dialogue where people talk about their deepest interests, including your business. Whether your company is just starting out, growing by leaps and bounds, or already an industry leader, it's easy to get started on Twitter. Simply create a user handle and profile that reflect the unique identity of your business. Then, listen. Monitor trends. Watch your industry, and when you're ready, join the conversation. Be ready to help a customer the second they're in need by using an @reply. Create 6-second movies using Vine that give a behind-the-scenes look at your business. And use retweets to create promotions that attract new business. And when you're ready to take your message further, reach new customers by promoting those tweets. And grow your follower base when your promoted account appears in front of the right people at the right time. Because Twitter isn't just 140 characters. It's content that brings the world closer through conversation. Those conversations lead to customers. Customers lead to business, and leading businesses say it on Twitter.
So it's about creating conversation and engaging with your customers and potential customers through conversation. One of the first things that you need to think about when you start to tweet is about developing your voice. So whether that's funny or formal or in English or in Spanish, think about the voice and think about making it really conversational. You want to put a person or a persona behind your business, and that's how people connect. And also think about tweeting something shareable. So usually the things that go viral or that become really popular on Twitter are things that are entertaining, that are informative, or that are inspiring. So in this case, McDonald's created a short little Vine to celebrate Argentina's participation in the World Cup. So these are the kinds of things that are really going to get a lot of engagement. They include links, photos, videos. In this case, they used a Vine. So it's a 6-second short video that loops. Also think about tweeting every day. It's about creating a connection and maintaining that connection with your customers. So here's just a sample tweet of what you could potentially tweet about. So on a Monday, you could tweet about special promotions or contests, and this is T-Mobile tweeting about a special event. You can see that. It's a short little Vine. They were giving away tickets to an award show. On Tuesday, you can focus on your employees. Really celebrate the people that make your business great. This is Hispanic Scholarship Fund celebrating their employees having their first lunch together. Or behind-the-scenes contests. So if you're a performer, a group, a band, etc., you can share what happens with your fans when you're not on stage. Or spotlight your customers. This is one of my favorite bakeries here in LA, Porthos Bakery. They have a fan of the month, so they encourage people to share photos, tweet and share photos. So essentially, you make your customers your brand advocates, and they're tweeting about your business and promoting it that way. But then you also want to highlight them and reward them for that. And helpful tips. So Vine is a really great tool. A lot of brands are really jumping behind it to create short-second helpful tips around their businesses. And this is Lowe's. They have a program called Lowe's Fix It in 6, and they're 6-second sort of tips on how to solve problems around the house. So it really ties in nicely with their business. Check this out. And they have a lot of these. They're very, very popular, and now consumers themselves have started to create these vines themselves, and now there's a whole platform around it, and they're encouraging and rewarding their customers for making these. So now how do you amplify your impact? You're on Twitter, you're tweeting, you develop your voice, you have a content strategy. How do you develop that and amplify that even further? So you can do that both online and offline. And when we think about doing it offline, we think about including your Twitter handle on your business cards, emails, on your merchandise, on transportation vehicles, et cetera. You want to make sure that it's visible, that your customers know where to find you and how to connect with you. And then if you want to do that online, here's how you do it.
How to promote your small business on Twitter. You're a small business. Whether you have a storefront, a website, or you're totally mobile, you understand the value of connecting with your customers online. That's why you're on Twitter. You're starting to find your voice, you're tweeting about your business, and you're building deeper connections with your followers. But what about all the people who haven't heard about you yet and would probably love your business? Introducing promoted products. There are two types of promoted products on Twitter for small businesses: promoted accounts and promoted tweets. With promoted accounts, Twitter looks at your current followers and then searches for people with similar interests. When it finds a match, Twitter recommends you in the Who to Follow section. You'll gain new followers who can spread the word about your business. With promoted tweets, Twitter constantly monitors your engagement and automatically promotes your best tweets. That's why promoted tweets and accounts aren't like traditional ads. You don't write anything new. Twitter simply puts your best tweets in front of more of the right people at the right time. You only pay when someone follows your account or engages with your promoted tweet. You never pay for simply showing up on someone's page. You determine the limit of how much you want to spend per day and how much you want to spend per new follower or engagement, so there are never any surprises. You can also decide where geographically you want your content to be promoted, which is a great way to discover local connections. You'll be promoted both on the web and on mobile, so you can even reach potential customers on the go. Whether your business is dog walking, creme brulees, karate classes, or a fashion blog, Twitter can help you reach the right people at the right time. Promoted products on Twitter. It's a piece of cake.
So hopefully that was a really quick intro to Twitter for those who weren't familiar with our platform, and for those of you who do have businesses and are looking to continue to promote your businesses, this was hopefully just a quick intro into how to do that. It's not as easy as a piece of cake, but it is fairly easy, and there's additional resources here for those of you who are interested in learning more.
Thank you, Nuria. Let's all give a big hand to Nuria.